Another big story that dominated the news. In fact, in the last few weeks, it's been a headline. Shawan, right? Indigo crisis.
Now, in fact, this happened on 5th of December when we saw a trickling of certain cancellations that were actually taking place. In moments thereafter, thousands of cancellations, never before.
Yeah.
In fact, we are talking about India's biggest aviation airline, Indigo, with a 60% market dominance. And it turns out that what they made it look like, these are just mere cancellations that were actually taking place. But the images thereafter that started coming into the newsroom were actually horrific. You had people who missed their weddings. I think so. There are some more pictures that we can actually
play one of those visuals out there.
Someone lost, someone couldn't go for the examination. And what were we told? We were told that we were basically adjusting to a new roster.
Some software, some issue.
That was what we were told officially by a dominant player in the aviation sector, which once again reflects the crisis that the Indian aviation sector has been hit by in 2025.
But I don't think the bureaucracy or the government has fully understood this yet. I remember recently I went into a meeting, I met some bureaucrats and I told them that there must not be duopoly in any sectors. And then they said that, well, you know, we don't create the market conditions, it's a free market. You know, the bureaucrats can't intervene. We didn't bring down Jet Airways, we didn't bring down Kingfisher. Maybe Indigo and Air India are better than the others. And it is this kind of complacency in the bureaucracy which is leading to this chaos. Let's play the visuals that came in from early September 2025 because it just went haywire.
Yeah.
And we went on air and we said, listen, what's going on? It's an orchestrated crisis. It is Indigo which has created the crisis. The Indigo did not comply. Indigo knew people will be troubled. Indigo wanted to trouble the people of India to get their way through with the government of India, and the government of India caved in.
It was a deliberate act.
It was caved in, yeah.
DGC and the Ministry of Civil Aviation is equally culpable because here they were aware of the fact. They were told other airlines did actually follow. The smaller airlines did follow.
Indigo did.
And in fact, DGC officials who were inside the meeting, they were present.
Let's play the clips so that viewers remember what happened in early December. We never forget it again. Let's play the clip. Big story is happening towards the end of December. Now we're in December 2025. Play the clips, please. What happened?
News now coming in. This is with regards to Indigo Airlines, which has cancelled over 70 flights, including those from Bengaluru as well as Mumbai airports. So this is mainly due to crew shortages. Scores of Indigo flights were delayed at various airports as the carrier basically struggled to get the crew for operating its flights. Indigo so far has said that there have been cancellations and some delays that have also taken place. The details that we have with regards to the cancellation over 70 flights due to crew shortages, what we are being told. 38.
Next is Aravalli, isn't it?
Yeah. Next is your game, ma'am.
There were hundreds of thousands of people who were stuck all over. And then we reported that it was Indigo was to blame. The Pilots Association came and said, look here, this is not a situation created because of winter traffic. This has happened because it's a direct consequence of Indigo's prolonged and unorthodox lean manpower strategy. They wanted to save money, maximize their profits, and they couldn't care less about what happened to flight operations. They escalated.
They did not.
But the government also allowed them
They
to.
were allowed. That's what
The government allowed them to.
Jet and Spice.
Yeah.
They went down.
So the story
Kingfisher was off.
For me, the story at the end of 2026 was, Aishwarya, that the government was together with the erring party. The government's regulatory mechanism should act against and punish the erring party.
A full terminal
The
is
government,
Indigo.
ministry,
clear.
minister, DGCA approved the schedules without checking the operational
Three show cause
feasibility.
notices.
The government, I don't want to say the government was in with Indigo, but the government should realize that 1.4 billion
system
people
works.
elected them, not Indigo and Air India. And it appeared to us that the government was in the grip of Indigo and Air India. And DGC had no responsibility, and the minister did not know, and the feeling was that this is too big to question. This is a feeling which comes back to us, the people of India, again and again. Too big to question.
Tata, Indigo, everyone, they felt that it's too
It
big
becomes
to
like these are business
Public
models,
did.
too big businesses. You cannot question big businesses beyond a point. This year, we end the year by realizing that, yes,
In fact,
we can. Yes, please.
In fact, we called it the biggest national emergency. I remember that.
It was.
It was.
It was without a doubt.
Even the FDTL investigation that was actually carried out first happened here when we said this was something that was known to Indigo last year itself.
It's been an
Why are they
aviation
doing-
disaster this year in India. You know, Indigo, air crash,
There's a
Air
silver
India,
lining.
the mess, the
There is a
handling of the,
silver
it's been a
lining
mess.
for
When
the
you have a
aviation
nuclear or
disaster,
globally, this
or
would
not, if I could.
yeah.
You know, I saw a meme in Pakistan which said India has more flights than we have donkeys in Pakistan. it's because we had so many flights to cancel.
No, the fact that there are people to travel does not mean that the government can take or the regulators can take them for granted. Passengers have spoken up. Who are the passengers, Abhishek? They are the people.
People suffer now.
Vote.
Yeah, so duopoly,
I said the silver lining-
duopoly on one side and the people on the other. Who wins, Abhishek? People win. Duopoly loses.
Yeah, they are duopolies.
Duopolies must
Swiggy,
lose.
Zomato is a duopoly.
Yeah.
I mean, Airtel, Jio is a duopoly. I mean, do we really do something about it maybe in
Okay.
2026?